There's going to be a market for Justin Fields. Now, what exactly that looks like is going to depend on how many different bidders you have. We've seen Justin Fields flash, certainly, but we've also seen, it's a roller coaster ride with him at this stage in his career. Also, he's going into year 4, so at some point now you're paying the guy, which is one more reason you're thinking if you're the Bears, you can buy yourself additional time with a young, cheap quarterback on your roster potentially here.
I'm one of the best insiders out there in NFL. I'm from Chicago. We have the number 1 pick. Just kind of curious.
Go talk to you or the camera?
You talk to me.
Okay.
From Chicago. Obviously, they're running the draft. What's kind of the latest and the talk that's been that Caleb is a strong favorite, and any other things that you lately, after a Senior Bowl, that's coming out? Huh?
Nobody ever wants to have the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
The Bears happen to be in that position 2 years in a row. Obviously, they got a windfall last year in terms of picks and DJ Moore. This year, you're staring at a different quarterback class, and one in which, depending who you ask, there might be a generational talent at the position. No matter who you have at quarterback, how old they are, where they are in their career, if you've got a guy like that, you have to consider it. And so I fully anticipate that they're going to be examining all options. I certainly look at some of the moves they've made in terms of the coaching staff and say that would indicate to me that they're strongly considering taking Caleb Williams at number 1, but we've still got close to 3 months until the draft. We know Ryan Poles would like to get things done early, one way or another, declare his intentions. If he's got a good offer out there for it, there are going to be significant offers to come up to that pick, and they're going to have to make a really interesting decision here. But again, their actions would indicate to me that they're strongly considering taking Caleb.
Is there a market for Justin Fields? Because now with the Raiders kind of getting getsy, the offensive staffs are filling up with Kingsbury. Is there a market with teams that would be kind of maybe bidding for him in a sense?
There's going to be a market for Justin Fields. Now, what exactly that looks like is going to depend on how many different bidders you have. We've seen Justin Fields flash, certainly, but we've also seen, it's a roller coaster ride with him at this stage in his career. Also, he's going into year 4, so at some point now you're paying the guy, which is one more reason you're thinking if you're the Bears, you can buy yourself additional time with a young, cheap quarterback on your roster potentially here. But you can go down the list. I did it on the airplane here from Mobile the other day. There's, 20 quarterback situations that are unsettled right now. If you go around the NFL, whether it's the now guy or the next guy, there's a whole bunch of things that can play out here. So, somebody's going to want Justin Fields here. Can you get a first-round pick for him? We'll see, but I do anticipate there'll be a market.
And finally, what's kind of the biggest chatter now that we're here at Super Bowl week? Aside from the game, is there anything else that's kind of buzzing with everyone?
Well, I think that a lot of the coaching search stuff getting wrapped up makes my life slightly simpler, but now we're just going into trade season here. There's still some interesting coordinator openings out there. What do the Cowboys decide to do with their defensive coordinator job? What does Seattle do in terms of their offensive coordinator? Those are going to be pretty significant things on teams that probably have a chance to be pretty good, again, in 2024. Beyond that, like I said, it's trade season now. You're talking about all these different things that might have been brewing under the surface, whether they are quarterbacks, whether they are skill players. There's always some surprises here. Those trades can't be official until March, but we've seen historically there have been a bunch of examples of big trades getting agreed to or things being in motion during Super Bowl week. So that's some of the fun that we get to look forward to here. This didn't used to be a trade league. That's changed in recent years. It makes my life a lot more hectic, but it's a lot of fun for people covering the game.